Okay, so good morning, y'all. Uh, this is going to be my second vlog. Vocalosity is the name that I've come up with. Um, so my electricity finally came on. It was out from like 4 or 5 a.m. until almost 5 o'clock in the evening yesterday. That was a long time. I don't know what that was all about. They said there was some kind of equipment issue. So anyway, that was really long, but we survived. Um, we had to talk to each other more instead of just watching TV or um, playing with our cell phones because you need electricity to charge them. So we were saving the juice on our phones and our laptops or whatever. But anyway, it was cool. I was talking to the lady downstairs. Um, she's been in our apartment complex probably over 25 years. And she had discovered this cute book. Um, it's called, it's this old lady cartoon character called Maxine, and her name is Maxine. And she was like, well, since we don't have electricity, I'm hoping that I can watch TV later on today, but I found this book that I haven't read in years, so I'm going to be reading it. So it was really cute that she was getting into this book that somebody bought for her. Anywho, so today I wanted to just talk a little bit about kids. As I mentioned before, I have a 2-year-old and a 6-year-old. And um, for instance, once electricity came on, we decided to go out to eat. And so we went to one of our favorite restaurants, and I'll tell you why. One of our favorite restaurants is Red Robin. And I love it because they have the most amazing steak fries. They're huge and crunchy and soft on the inside. And like you get them constantly. Like they just keep filling them for free. Okay. The other reason why I love the restaurant, they have really great mixed, creamy, like Baileys, Irish Baileys, chocolate, all kinds of great mixed drinks that are fun. Me and my husband, we do drink alcohol. Obviously, my husband's Nigerian. That was just part of the agreement when we got married. Anyways, but we do drink, but I don't like really hard alcohol. I can't handle it. So I like mixed drinks that are like smoothies, like pina coladas with strawberry and banana, um, stuff like that. So I love their drinks there. And then the third main reason why we love Red Robin is because okay, my head's not in there. Because it's kid friendly. And the reason it's kid friendly is it's because it's a gourmet burger joint. They have salads, but they have a lot of hamburgers. They do have some entrees like pasta. But it's very loud and it's very low key. There's a bar there, so there's um, flat screens all over the place, so you can watch TV. Um, but it's not a quiet restaurant. You don't have to be like conscious of the booth next to you because your kids are being loud. And so, what I wanted to talk about was kids and um, how parents handle them when they take them out. There's a lot of things that I will not do with my kids unless I have to. One of those things is going grocery shopping. I won't do it. I have two, and that's not a ton of kids, compared to people who have like five or six. But my kids are very active. And so if I need to do some serious grocery shopping and I decide to go in the afternoon or the early evening, I will call the most amazing mom in the world, my mom, and ask her to just watch the kids for an hour so I can go. Um, if I have to take the kids, I know exactly what I'm going to get when I go into the store and I'm in and out. If it's going to be a longer trip, like I really need to get it done, I don't have anyone to watch the kids, and I have a lot of grocery shopping to do, I will plan. I will take juice boxes in my purse, um, fish, crackers, gummy snacks, cookies, whatever in my purse. Because I use that as a distraction, especially for my 2 year old, to just snack on something, not something super fattening, but something light and something that will preoccupy her. My son, on the other hand, I will have him help me. I will give him the grocery list, or I will tell him, we need 5 red apples, or we need 2 yellow lemons, or something like that, so that he's helping me to keep, so that he's preoccupied. There have been many times where I've gone in, even for quick trips, like to Fresh and Easy, which is one of the stores that I love. Um, and it's so frustrating because they're like playing and I'm trying to push the cart and my son's jumping on the cart and then he's pulling the cart and then he's asking me every 2 minutes, Mommy, can I push the cart? But then he doesn't pay attention when he pushes the cart, so then he's running into things and he's running into people, and it's just so frustrating. So all that to say, I try very hard not to take my kids grocery shopping. um, Another reason that I'm careful with taking my kids is the time of day. Um, I have been out many times. Okay, I'll put it like this. My kids go to bed around 8 o'clock, 8:30, no later than 8:30. Um, and once, they've been bathed and I've fed them and they're in the bed and, my husband's home from work and he's just like hanging out watching TV or he's on the computer, that's when I that's when I generally go out if I need to go out. If I'm going to meet a girlfriend for coffee or dinner, or I just have things that I need to get from the store. And the two main stores that I generally go to are Target and Walmart. Um, I go to Target because around here, Target closes at 11 o'clock, so I can get a lot done between 9 and 11. And then I'll go to Walmart, which is usually my last resort between the two, because it's 24 hours. So I will generally go out during that time and do whatever shopping that I need to do. Um, I have been out many a times late. We're talking like 9, 9:30, 10 o'clock. I mean, I've gone to Walmart at 11 o'clock at night because I was making something for my mom for Mother's Day and it broke and I had to get something to replace it. So Walmart was open, so I went. But I have gone out to stores like Marshalls and TJ Maxx, Target, and Walmart, and even the grocery store, and have seen parents with their kids. And I'm always just floored. Like, I know all kids are not the same, but as far as sleeping, I think that's pretty universal. And kids are not supposed to be up past 8:30, 9 o'clock, especially not in a shopping cart while you're, checking out the produce and, trying to get the best price on whatever it is that you're trying to buy, cereal or whatever it is. And to be totally honest, I think that that's a form of child abuse. It is child abuse to have your child out past 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night shopping in the grocery store. Now, granted, I get it. There are women out there who are single moms. That's probably the only time that they can shop during the week. They don't have anyone to watch their kids. And I know that that's a difficult thing. Um, but I've noticed when I do keep my kids out late to try to do something, I don't really get it done the way I want to. And then I become very frustrated. And as a result, I become short tempered with my kids. And it's not really their fault. If I didn't plan properly on the time that I needed in order to get things done and not let it conflict with the schedule that they need, then it's just kind of my fault. And then I just have to get through it. Um, but I would really like to encourage moms to think about your kids. I I care a lot about my children's sleep um, from the day that they're born. Um, there's this amazing book, and I never remember the title. I have to pull it up, and I've loaned it out to so many people. Anyways, and because of that book, my kids were sleeping through the night. My daughter was sleeping through the night by month 2 or 3. Between months 2 or 3, she was sleeping through the night. My son, it wasn't until like his 5th or 6th month, because I didn't have the book and I didn't really understand what I was doing. And so he was really sleep deprived. But most parents focus a lot on feeding their child, making sure that they're full. And that's very, very important. You want your child to be able to gain weight, and you want them to be healthy. But to me, on the other side, is sleep. Sleep is really important. With my daughter, um, obviously, because I was nursing, I was feeding on demand because I was building up my milk supply and I was getting her to gain weight. Excuse me. Um, but by that 2nd month, she was starting not to nurse as much. And I started co feeding her, meaning I would pump and then I would add formula to that. So she still was getting some of that good nutrients. Um, but by that 2nd month, what I did was I started to write down what she did every day. Obviously, newborns, all they do is eat, sleep, and poop. And so I began to write down when she would sleep, how long she would sleep, what time she would eat, how much she would eat, um, the time that she was awake, like she was playing, talking, smiling, making baby noises. I recorded everything. And after about 2 or 3 days, I was able to see what she wanted her schedule to be. And as a result, I was able to get her to be on a schedule. I know some people not force, but they want their child to be on a schedule as soon as they get home, um, which I think is a bit extreme, but to each its own. Um, what I learned from this particular book was that, you know, your baby's in the womb for 9 months, and then there's months 10, 11, and 12, which are considered the fourth trimester, and I think as a child is born, they've been in your womb for 9 months, developing and growing, and doing everything inside of you. And then when they're born, they've been used to this womb, this warm, safe place for 9 months. They need another 3 months to adjust and not be put into the schedule, and making it a bit rigid to me. So there was no schedule the first month of my daughter's life. And then the 2nd month, I started to write down what she wanted her schedule to be. And then with that, I was able to implement the things um, that I needed to do, because I was also putting her into my schedule as well. So it's a bit of a tricky thing, but it worked really well. I did the same thing with my son, just writing down his schedule. Sleep was really, really important to me and is still important to me. My children do not function well if they don't get the amount of sleep that they're supposed to have. And so, all that to say, when I see a child in the store at 9, 10, 11 o'clock at night, I'm pretty sure that they're tired, um, and they don't want to be there. And mommy cannot give them the attention that they want because she's trying to get her grocery shopping done so she can get out of the store and get home. Um, but I believe that where there's a will, there's a way. I have been a single mom throughout my life, throughout my marriage. There have been times where my husband has been gone for a long period of time, and I had to be a single mom and work. Um, and though it's much more difficult, where there's a will, there is a way. So, um, I guess that's all for today. I just wanted to blog a little bit. That was something that was um, on my mind yesterday. Um, I have a lot more tips as far as taking care of kids and understanding them better. Um, I want to talk a little bit about what I said yesterday about not making my son do things that he doesn't want to do, because that can sound kind of negative, but there's more to that that I would like to talk about. So that's all for today. Me and McKenna, we are off to Daddy's shop. My husband has a mechanic shop that he owns, and Mama Bear, is going to be handling things a little bit more at the shop to get things better on track. So, yeah, that's what we're off to do. Okay, have a great day. Bye.